What is happening, gamers? This is Bradley here and welcome back to another news roundup. And to kick us off, Nintendo is apparently working on some sort of new device, as a new device from Nintendo has been certified by Korea's Radio Research Agency. Now the only things we know about this device is that it's described as a compact video player and it'll have some sort of wireless connectivity. Now one of the only things I can think that this new device could be in regards to is that quality of life hardware that Iwata announced during one of their past financial briefings. Now Nintendo hasn't revealed all too much about this quality of life hardware, they've been pretty vague about it, but we do know that it's going to be a non-wearable device somehow. But this quality of life hardware and this device that was certified in Korea could be one and the same. And if that's the case, that means the quality of life hardware will support video playback and has some sort of wireless connectivity. But really, that's not saying all too much. There is always the chance that the device certified in Korea could be something totally different. Whatever the case may be, we should be hearing more about the quality of life hardware sometime this year, with it eventually coming out in 2015. But maybe Nintendo will go into greater detail about it at this year's E3. Taking a step back into the past though, is that believe it or not, Nintendo could have at one time had the Skylanders franchise be a Nintendo exclusive. And in hindsight, that could have been a really big move for them. So yes, back in the day, Activision was actually looking for a partner to help spread the risk of their latest business venture with Skylanders, and Nintendo seemed like a perfect choice to do that with, what with their success with the Wii. But when Nintendo was presented with this new idea, they ultimately backed out from making a full commitment. I guess Nintendo had their doubts about the project, but it just makes you wonder how much of an effect it would have had on Nintendo if they actually accepted Activision's offer. Sure, if Nintendo accepted, they could have ultimately tweaked some things which could have changed the outcome of the project, but if it turned out to be a success like it is now, and it was a Nintendo exclusive, that could have been huge for Nintendo. And hey, it could have even had a positive effect on the Wii U, but of course, what's done is done, and Nintendo may have just lost out. But coming out of the house of rumors is that according to a French website that I'm not going to try to pronounce, Ubisoft is apparently working on a new 2D Prince of Persia game that is being built with the UbiArt framework engine, which if you don't know is the same one that was used to make Rayman Legends and Child of Light. Now we really don't know much about this rumored game, but the website claims that it will use the same techniques of animation as Rayman Legends, where the prince's body will be separated into different parts that can be animated independently of each other. But that's basically all we know about the supposed Prince of Persia game, and I would actually like to see it happen since I am a fan of 2D games, and I wouldn't put it past Ubisoft to announce it at this year's E3, and it could potentially come to the Wii U. And from there is that it looks like we can expect Gaijin Games to bring their new game Whoa Dave to the 3DS eShop, which is an arcade-like game that's all about getting high scores. Whoa Dave does have a very simple look to it, and it definitely does have some nods to Nintendo, but as of right now we don't have an official confirmation that it's coming to the 3DS, but it does seem like it's going to be happening. I mean, an article on Games Evo even stated that at PAX East someone was working on a 3DS version of Whoa Dave. So if they're actually building a 3DS version, that's a very good sign that it's coming to the 3DS. And finally is that even though North America's had Cave Story on the 3DS eShop for some time now, it still hasn't made its way to Europe. But that's going to be changing on May 1st. So yes, Nicholas has confirmed this. Cave Story will be releasing in Europe on May 1st. So if you live in Europe and you're a fan of Cave Story, this might be something to look forward to. And believe it or not, I've never actually played Cave Story. But that will bring us to the end of the news roundup. If you like what you saw, please give it a thumbs up and add your favorites and all that good stuff. You can stay tuned for more news videos, video reviews, and that's on me for episodes. But I will talk to you later in the next video, guys. Bye! Taking a step back into the past though,